Do you want to have the ultimate control over your life? Welcome to Take Control with Whitney Wells, where we will explore all topics of life that we try and control, what this creates for you, and how to have successful relationships all while empowering yourself. Keep listening and let's have some fun. Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 48 of Take Control with Whitney Wells. I hope you're having an awesome day and an awesome week. We are preparing to head out tomorrow. We're going on a family vacation. We're going up to Maine to visit my parents. My brother's going to meet us there, and aunts, uncles, cousins. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to see some friends along the way. So it should be awesome. Can't wait. But before we head out, I want to get this episode out there, and I hope it's beneficial for you, and I hope you enjoy it. So lately I've been watching the Olympics a lot. I love watching these extraordinary athletes compete at the highest level, right? They've been training and preparing for this time, probably for most of their lives, right? And now they're able to showcase their abilities. They're able to step out on this stage, quote unquote, and compete, right? It's just so much fun to watch. But it had me thinking, this is where the concept for this episode came up, was from watching the Olympics. It had me thinking about this concept of feeling pressure. Feeling pressure as this overwhelming feeling that maybe encompasses you, right? You feel this pressure and you feel as though you have to fit into this mold or be this person or show up for your country in this way. Show up for your teammates, show up for your friends and your family. And it had me thinking about people, right? Not these amazing athletes, just people, and how we all feel this pressure. We all feel this pressure at times to show up in certain ways, to fit into certain molds, to be that good mom, that good wife, that good employee, that good person. Feeling that pressure to do it all, as I'm sure many of these athletes may have felt as well, or are feeling as well. Now, Olympic athletes are the perfect example of people who can be at the highest level athletically, be the greatest of all time, right? The top of their game physically. But the mental aspects, the thoughts and the feelings are just as important to train and manage as well. Training your body to be the best is amazing and inspiring and extraordinary. But if the mind isn't trained as well, it's hard to be your best or perform at the highest level. It's hard to show up and be who you truly want to be in those moments, right? Now, I've always been really into sports. I love working out. I've played sports all my life until probably the past 10 years. I love to be physically active. So I can absolutely appreciate sports and athletes competing to be the best. But since learning about thought work and mind management, I hands down believe that training your mind is just as or even more important than training your body. You need that mind management there. You need that training of your thoughts and your feelings to be there in order to perform as you want to, in order to show up as you want to. So today we're talking about that feeling of pressure. Feeling pressure to be that good wife, feeling that pressure to be that good mom, that good friend, that good employee. Now, if you aren't a pro athlete listening to this, you maybe fall into one of these categories, right? Feeling that pressure to be the good mom, the good wife, the good friend, the good person. But of course, if you're a pro athlete, this could help as well. So feeling pressure to fit into a certain mold. That's what we're going to talk about. Feeling pressure to show up for others in certain ways. That's what we're going to talk about. Feeling pressure to do it all. That is what we're going to talk about. So if you ever feel pressure in your life, keep listening. This is for you. So first we're going to talk about why you feel that pressure. And then next we will talk about what to do with the pressure and how to handle it. And lastly, we're going to talk about how to move past it and be in control. So, first ask yourself, what are you believing is creating your pressure? Now, many times we think it's something outside of us, right? For instance, we feel pressure and we believe it's coming from society and the world to be a certain way as a person or as a woman or a wife or a mother. Maybe we have beliefs that we learned as young children about how to, quote unquote, be or how to, quote unquote, act, right? Maybe we have heard and seen others in the world act in certain ways that we feel that we need to match that. We need to be that. We need to show up in that way. That's what a good mom, a good wife, a good person does. So for example, do you feel pressure to be that good mom or pressure to be that good wife? Simply because society has ingrained this belief in you? Now, we can say society is making us feel this pressure, but it is completely disempowering to put it on something outside of us, to put it on the world. What I choose to believe is that all my feelings come from within me. All of your feelings come from within you. So the world isn't creating this pressure. Your thoughts are. By adopting this belief that you are in control, you are empowering yourself and you can choose to feel pressure or not. But it's coming from you, not from anything outside of you. You're taking that power back instead of giving it away to the world, to the people. Now, let's make it even more personal. Let's say you feel pressure from your spouse because they have said certain words to you, because they expect you to show up in a certain way. Again, you can choose to believe that your spouse's words or expectations of you are making you feel pressure, but that is completely disempowering. You have an opportunity to empower yourself and feel any feeling you want, no matter what your spouse says or what expectations they have for you. Their words or expectations are not creating this pressure for you. Your thoughts are. By adopting this belief, right, you are in control and you are empowering yourself, and you can choose to feel this pressure or not. The world, the people around you in your life, your husband, anyone close to you, your loved ones, can't make you feel pressure unless you decide to have a thought or focus on the thoughts you are thinking that create this pressure. So it always comes back to you. You are creating this pressure for yourself. And sometimes we even create this pressure when nothing actually happens outside of us, right? We create this pressure to show up and be a certain way. We have expectations for ourselves. Now, I have been taught, and I choose to think that having a manual for ourselves is something that will not serve you. A manual is having these expectations for yourself with your feelings attached to whether you do the thing or not, to whether you meet these expectations. Now, if you have this manual, you have created this pressure for yourself by creating these expectations or buying into society's or other people's expectations of you. But you don't have to stay in this place. You have options. These expectations you have for yourself and the ones that you're buying into from the world around you, they're completely optional. You don't have to stay there. This pressure you put on yourself to fit into a certain mold or to act or show up in a certain way is coming from how you are choosing to think about yourself. And you can choose to drop that manual. These self-hate thoughts, and you can drop those disempowering thoughts and open up to a new experience that you choose intentionally. Knowing that the feeling of pressure is always coming from you is the first step. People can say and do and expect things from you, but it doesn't turn into pressure until you put that on yourself, until you create that for yourself, until you buy into their thoughts and their expectations for you. Now, when you have this awareness that you are creating your experience, from this place, you can create the experience that you want to have deliberately. Now, just be careful here not to judge yourself for feeling that pressure in the first place or thinking those thoughts in the first place. Judgment will just hold you back. It will not move you in the direction that is beneficial for you. There is no use for judgment of yourself. So, what to do with this pressure, with this feeling of pressure? Well, first, I suggest to allow your feeling of pressure. Fully allow yourself to feel this vibration within your body. And acknowledge to yourself where it actually is coming from. I am feeling pressure because I think I need to show up in this certain way. I am feeling pressure because I believe I need to be a good mom, or a good wife, or a good employee, or a good boss, or all of the above, right? I'm feeling pressure because I believe I need to do it all. I'm feeling pressure because I believe I need to meet my spouse's or the world's expectations of me. I am feeling this vibration of pressure simply because I'm thinking a thought, a sentence in my brain. Now, once you've allowed this vibration of pressure to be within you, without resisting it or pushing it away, for as long as it takes, then, and only then, without urgency, you can deliberately have the experience that you want to have. Which leads me to the second step. Thinking and feeling intentionally. So how do you want to feel? And what thoughts would create this feeling for you? So for instance, if you want to feel love or confident or empowered or happy, what thoughts create these feelings for you? Maybe I am doing my best. I am both a good and a bad mom. I'm showing up as an imperfect human and I love me. I want to be here doing this, and I will show up as a person that I am proud of. Those are just a few that you can take if you want and leave if you don't. Come up with your own, see what feels right to you. Now, third, give yourself the option. Pressure usually comes from thinking you have to do something, or you feel forced to be a certain way, right? So it's great to remind yourself that this is a lie. You never have to do anything. You never have to be a certain way or show up or act in any way. So while knowing you are never forced to do anything, ask yourself, do I want to do this? In what ways do I actually want to show up and act in this way? In what ways do I not want to act in this certain way or show up as this certain person? How can I show up for me? And next, try dropping into fun, dropping into love, dropping into appreciation for yourself. How can this be fun? In what ways is being a wife or an employee or a mom fun? How are you showing up as the best mom, wife, employee, person? You have the opportunity to appreciate all you do and create the fun for yourself in the process. Instead of feeling that pressure, instead of creating that pressure for yourself, you can create that joy, that happiness, that love, that fun. You can lighten it up for yourself. And lastly, just remember that you are human and you will have thoughts at times that may create pressure, and that's okay. But you don't have to focus on them. You are strong and you can allow this feeling to be within you. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself back to thoughts that create fun and love and joy and happiness. You are in control. And you can have any experience that you want, no matter what is happening around you. So if you feel pressure to be, to act, to show up, to fit into a certain mold, know that it is a feeling that is coming from you, your thoughts. And you can allow your feeling. You can allow it to be there. You can breathe into it, let it be within your body. You can fully feel pressure within you. And then you can also move to thinking intentional, deliberate thoughts to feel the way that you want to feel. So try dropping into love, into fun. Try dropping into joy, and try taking control and thinking intentionally. Now, if you want to take this work further, sign up for a 20-minute free chat with me, and we can solve any problem in those 20 minutes, and I can tell you about what else I offer. Now, no pressure, right? Not trying to put any pressure on you. But as we know, right, it comes from your thoughts. But no, seriously, there's no pressure at all. We can chat, solve any problem, and if what I offer you want to take advantage of and take your life and your marriage to that next level, great. And if not, that's totally fine as well. So I hope that we get a chance to chat. Thanks for listening. Now, if you liked what you heard and you want to share it with friends, family, awesome. I would love that. And feel free to rate and review this podcast and share it with the people you know. All right. I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye. Do you want to explore these topics further? Are you ready to live the life that you want to live on purpose while controlling what you have control over? I would love to be your life coach. If you're interested, simply head over to WhitneyWellsCoaching.com and book an appointment with me today. I can't wait to work with you.